Hi everyone, welcome to a short demo of Famla AI. Famla AI is a platform, it's an AI for process excellence. So basically our aim is to help you understand how work is done and map and optimize your processes. We have three main features. The first feature is the discover as is process, which will is basically AI-led interview. So the AI goes and interviews your team to uncover how work is done, and then will automatically draw process map. The second feature is a converter where we are able to take text images that could be from an SOP, that could be from a call transcript, that could be from a document, a tender documentation. We are able to input this into the platform and convert it into accurate process maps. So that kind of cut the time for you to move boxes in Visio. And then the third feature that we have is analyzer. So you're able to, if I open, you're able to upload processes. You're able to upload processes, documents, and prompt it. Right? You can prompt it in different ways. That could be asking for what's my bottleneck, or you can put a lot of process maps together and say, hey, based on what you know from this role, generate a job description, for example. So, as I've presented you the features, maybe let me present to you the end result, right? So, how does the output looks like? And so here I want to show you this process map that was drawn automatically by the platform, right? So this wasn't drawn. This was drawn automatically by the platform. Remember, you can draw it automatically from interviews or from a document. And so here, what you have, it is a swim lane. You can see the stakeholders of this process, and then you have the different actions that they perform, including decision points. And so here you can, this is the output. This output is not an image. You can basically move boxes, right? So I can move boxes. I can move one. I can move several. You can change, right? You can basically, I can change this to demo users, right? It's very, very easy to update. You don't need any special skill. It's almost as if it was a PowerPoint or a video. You can also check the accuracy because as these maps are being drawn by the AI, if you want to be certain that the result is accurate, and you're kind of confused by this stats and be like, why is the availability done by the receptionist? We have a source here, so you are able to link each box here is linked to the source document or the source interview. And so here you can see that this box was drawn here by the AI because two stakeholders, right, answered this to the question. So this is the AI, that the question given by the AI to the different people, and then you have the answers here. And so based on those answers to this specific question, the AI decided to draw a, and this is valid for all this. Something else that you can do with the process maps is that you're able to add what layers of context of data, right? So interviews are qualitative data. You can add quantitative data. So you can add everything from lead time from calls. You can also add this task was manual versus it's automated. If you're doing digital transformation, you're trying to automate, is you can provide this data. And so you can then export the map, right? You can export the map if you, let's say you have a Signal view, or you have all your processes are stored in a different system in the SharePoint. You want to update it there, to export it there. You can in PDF, in CSV, so that's Excel, and that's like the Signal view format XES. Okay, so now back to the I've shown you the output. What does the input look like? And what best way to show you than to kind of show you with a process? And here I want to describe the how Famla works process, right? How Famla works, so that I can, so we can, create a process together. So how Famla works, and so here this is showing, you know, uh, uh, showing how the Aziz process discovery is done in the platform, in the Famla platform. Okay, so here, industry, there's a couple of them. I will take IT and then, okay. And so here you see the interface of the interview. So here you have a progress list that gives you what stage we are, so you're not lost. So the first question here, you see we are the set of the scope, right? So like this first part, it's where you commission Famla. Think of Famla as a junior consultant in your team. And for junior consultant, what you will do is that you will set the scope. You will tell the junior team member, I want you to map this process, right? So this is the setting the scope, defining the boundaries of that process, and then saying these are the people that are that intervene on that process, right? And the AI, as a junior consultant, as an intern, will go and reach out to those people, interview them, and draw the process map, right? And so this is what we'll describe here. So what are the key roles here? So the key roles can be here it can be like a senior member of the team. Let's say it's a project manager, right? You have a project manager. So those are the key roles. If you are using Famla. So a Famla, you have a project manager, someone that actually, defined what we have to do. And then you have a teammate, right? So those are the two people, like I would say, that use Famla, right? That we how you will use Famla in context. And so, what are the main steps of how Famla works? So here, the main steps are the project manager will set sets the scope, right? Sets the scope and process boundaries. Um, the project manager gives permission to the AI to reach a teammate, teammate um, uh, answer answer questions by the AI, and then AI draws the consolidate the answers and draws them up. So here again, the AI is trying to understand what triggers, like how do you start with Famla, right? How do you start? And so here the project manager, you know, l- um, uh, logs into Famla AI. What marks the completion of the project? And so here, for me, the output is when the process map is available. So the project manager access the ready-made process maps by Famla AI, right? So when the project manager logs into the platform and start a new project, right? So here I'll say logs into the platform and starts a new discovery journey, right? So you can amend, you can edit the answers, and so here, okay. There's voice as well, but I don't want to use the voice. Because as I'm doing the demo, if I was to use the voice, it will kind of mess up with the interview. But normally you can use the voice as well, not just type. Clarify what's out of scope. So what's out of scope with Famla? So what do we not do today, right? That might change in the future. But things that are out of scope is like how the project manager, like the project manager selects the processes to map is out of scope, right? So today we don't help with the selection of the process system map. So we assume that you already, let's say you're in a company, you have several processes. We have procure to pay, you have hire to retire. You have a couple of macro processes like this. We won't tell you which one you should be mapping. We assume that you already know that you want to map the hire to retire process, or that you want to do the order management, or that you want to do the customer onboarding. So you already have the information, you already have the big picture, what you're trying to achieve, and then you use us as, again, think of the relationship as with you with an intern, right? So you will not let an intern that just joined the company decide which process to map. You have an agenda, you have a target you're trying to achieve, and then Famla is a tool to kind of fast track the process discovery, right? Fast track the process diagramming, fast track the analysis. So how to select the process to map is out of scope. And what you do with the process map is out of scope as well. Like if you use it for training, for if you use it to put it into Signavio, this is also out of scope. So you will export it, but as you export it means you are taking the process map somewhere else. So I would say like what is done with the process map after it is available is out of scope. And so here the AI is now asking you, right? So here you have the invitation round. So here, and this is where you save time as a project manager mapping stuff. Here you the AI asks you the if you want to invite and make it a collaborative session. So this is fundamentally a collaborative tool. So here I would say no. You can say yes or no. You can also answer the you can answer the question on behalf of the project manager. In this, you can also say no, right? So you don't want to invite the project manager. You don't want to answer. So what the AI will do is that it will deduct what the project manager does from here. So I was saying no. It will say, would you like to invite the teammates to participate? Again, I will say yes, right? I will say yes, I want to invite the teammates. So here, this is the invitation run. You can put in an email. So I'm putting this email. You can add several people for the same role, or you can just invite one person. So let's say you're on a team and you have you're in finance function. You have a lot of accountants, and you want to map VAT filing, for example. You could, in a normal way, normal life, you will have invited only one person, but with us, you're able to invite a lot of people, right? You can invite the whole team if you want. So this person will receive an invitation, and that invitation will ask them to join with the platform, right? And answer the question. So, what are the main pain points of frustration? Here, I will say what some of the frustration. So, this will be for yours to. You can say nothing, right? So, what are the frustration in this process of how Famla works, I'll say nothing from me. Or maybe my frustration is that not many, that Famla should be known by more process. Famla AI should be known by many more process excellence expert. That's my frustration. That's my pain point, right? For this process of how this tool work, because I think it's amazing, and it's I think like a lot more people should be aware of it and give it a try. And so this is our last question, right? So this is the last question for the project. Imagine this is what you have to do as the person. If you're a project manager and you're asking AI to map a process for you, we are already at the end. This took, I mean, I was talking, but this takes 5 minutes for you. So you set this tool in 5 minutes. The rest of the job is done elsewhere. The AI goes interview the people. You don't need to worry about the question. The AI does the work, does the drawing, and email you saying, "Hey, Mr. Project Manager, your process map is ready. You can log in and check the um, you can log in and check the accuracy, make the changes, add datas, and then if you want to export it, you can. If you want to share it with your colleagues, you can. If you want to do analysis on it, find bottlenecks, um, find waste, you can as well. So I'll just do the last question here. So I will say nothing from me. I think we covered everything, right? Nothing from me. And so this is the end. This is the end for the first part. The rest has to be done with the second owner. But another feature as well that is, so those are the features that are available to Famla AI. Hope you've had an overview of how it works, at least from the perspective of project managers. And then if you are a teammate that has been invited, I cannot answer to the question of a teammate because obviously I'm not Albert Einstein. But if I wanted that's the question that Albert is going to receive, right? He's going to receive an email. You're going to be able to log in and then dialogue with the AI. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. And if you have any question, please feel free to contact us at contact@famla.ai or contact@famla.com, and we'll be more than happy to do a live demo or provide access to the platform. Thank you.